Okay, so we're going to quickly finish this one up. This is the example that we were working on the other day. We determined that we had this much, we were given an amount of ammonia, 2 grams, and 4 grams of oxygen. So we had to go through, remember, and calculate which one will be the limiting reagent. So which one gets used up. Now remember, we calculate both the moles for both of these. And then we apply the mole ratio to them to see how much of each we need. So if I have 1.1 or 0.11 moles of ammonia, and I apply that to my molar ratio of want over no to get oxygen, so want over no, 5 times divided by 4 times that gives me 0.146 moles. Now if I look, I only actually have 0.125 moles, so I don't have enough. This is my limiting reagent. Okay? So now for the next part here. So if I know that I'm not going to have enough oxygen, what I need to figure out is how many moles of nitrogen or ammonia I'll use. So what you do now is to figure out, so we want to find out how many moles of my limiting reagent I have left, and in this case it was ammonia, NH3. I start with my moles of oxygen, so I have 1.125 moles of O2. I times that by my molar ratio. Now remember, I get that from up here. So this would be my no, this would be my want. I'm going to times that by 4 over 5. So 0.125 times 4 divided by 5. I'm going to get 0.100 moles of NH3 left over. Okay? So whenever it asks for how much of the excess you have left over, you take the moles of your limiting reagent and you times that by your stoichiometric ratio of want over no. Okay? And that'll give you the answer. Anything else here that I need? No. Good. Okay, let's try the next one here. Okay, so this is the second example. So 90 grams of iron chloride are reacted with sulfuric acid. What is the limiting reagent? Okay, so remember, you write out your equation. So this is going to be iron 3 plus H2S. So this is just going to be a straight double replacement reaction. Okay, so I'm going to get hydrochloric acid plus Fe. Now the charge on sulfur is 2, and on iron is 3, so I need 2 sulfurs, or 2 irons and 3 sulfurs. Okay, because this is right. So when I bond those together, that's what I'll get. Now I just need to balance it. So I'm definitely going to need a 2 here. That's going to be 2 irons. Sulfurs, I'm going to have 3 here. Now I have 6 hydrogens. Let's see here. 3 chlorines. Okay, so here I have 6 hydrogens, 6 chlorines. So I need to think of this. That should be a 6. So I have 6 hydrogens, 6 chlorines, 2 irons, 3 sulfurs. So this is balanced. So this will be my number 1. This is my number 2. Remember, you got to find the moles for each. So I know for number 1, moles equals mass over molar mass. So mass is 90. Your molar mass you get from the periodic table, right? So you figure that out. So 3 chlorines, that's 35.5 times 3 plus an iron. 55.8. So I'm going to have 0.55 moles of FeCl3. And then I do the same for H2S. So H2S, so that's just going to be mass over molar mass. So that's going to be, my mass is given to me at 52 grams. My molar mass of that guy is going to be 32. It'll be 34 altogether. .53 moles. Okay, so those are my moles of each. So now you just take one, you apply the molar ratio, and you see what you get. So if I'll always use the first one. So F FeCl3, I have 0.55 moles. So now if I want to go into moles of H2S, I check, so I go 0.555 times my molar ratio of want over no, want over no. So I need, that would give me 0.8325 moles of H2S. So if I look, I have 1.53 grams moles of H2S. So that means I have more than enough. So that means I have enough. So that means the other reactant must be my limiting reagent, which means FeCl3 must be my limiting reagent. Okay? So it's just that quick check. Now for the next part of this question, it says, what is the mass of HCl produced? So when you're figuring out that, you're going to use stoichiometry. You're going to go from moles of your reactant to moles of your product, right? So we want to find this guy here. When you're doing limiting reagent questions, the golden rule, you look only at the moles of your limiting reagent. Only use those ones. Okay? So we know that Fe, or iron chloride, is my limiting reagent. So those are the moles that I'll use. Because that's what's going to get used up first. So I know I have this mole. I know I have this many moles of iron 3 chloride. And I want to find moles of HCl. So I use want over no again. So it's going to be 6 over 2. And that'll give me my moles of HCl. I'm going to get 1.67 moles of HCl. So now I just convert that into a mass. Now mass just equals moles divided by, sorry, times your molar mass. Okay, so I just take that, times them together. So I'm just going to go my moles of 1.67 times my molar mass of HCl, which is just 36.4. Yeah, so that's 60.6 grams. And then for the last part here, what is the mass of the XX reactant? So I know I need it, I have, all you do is you need this much H2S for the reaction. You know you have this much in your original with the mass you have. So you just take what you found of 1.525, subtract it from what you need, and that'll leave you with the leftover. So I have this many moles of H2S left over, so 0.6926 moles. And then all I did here is I just converted those moles into grams by multiplying by the molar mass. Okay, and that's all you do here. So go back, check out the videos, follow along. I've left the answer keys up on the wall for you guys. Ms. Rutan, I'm sure, can give you guys a bit of a hand too. Good luck and enjoy your break.